research was impeccable during the time frames. With Gaia, I don't know what happened, but he was one of the reasons Gaia blew up, and then Gaia went after him, right? And kind of destroyed him, right? And I guess according to Corey Good, who they also kicked out and went after, and that's up to Gaia. I've been to Gaia. I have secret space program stuff that I revealed at Gaia. So whatever is going on there, whatever happened, that's all up to those guys. There's lawsuits going on, all kind of crazy stuff. So it was pretty tragic. But getting back to David, all right? So David, let's look at, there's a lot of information that's out there. Corey Good actually came out. He was pretty distraught, and he talked about how David was constantly under attack. I've watched David for well over a decade, maybe a couple decades. Juan even said that he knew David when he got out of high school. It's like, Juan, is there anyone you don't know? Like, geez. So we talked about David a little bit. So, and he's still, Juan is still doing his own research into that situation. And
we're going to go into some of that.
Juan is not going to reveal everything, just like I'm not going to reveal everything, and we can't for multiple reasons. One, to make sure we continue to live on this earth, and another is that some of this information, it's not time for it to be released, and those people that are controlling the information, it's up to them to a certain extent. Now, a lot of people are like, I want to know the truth and only the truth, and I should get it right now. They've never been in a situation where if you reveal that stuff, you would die, right? And they don't understand that. So I don't knock those people. It is what it is, and we'll get the truth, guys. It will come. So famous UFO researcher David Wilcock dead from apparent suicide. So this hasn't been.
What's Tracy think? She didn't do it. Tanya didn't think she did. Oh, come on. Fuck you, Tanya.
So I haven't reported on this myself, but it is it's a good time to do it, right? But there's many of us that are under threat, and many of us that, like myself, that release information on the secret space program. If you get too close to home, and stuff that there, and you could be just like me, you could just be winging it out there, not really realizing suicidal. Now, you can go back and look at his video on YouTube. It's still available from his last show. I think he did it on Sundays, usually when he would do his shows. And he's got the angry daddy. It's funny. It's a funny guy. He's an actor. He had many. He was an excellent musician, excellent researcher. He could act really well. It was just an amazing guy. Now, when you look at him, if you're looking at this picture right there, looks like a little guy, right? But I met him in person. He's like, I don't know, 6'3", 6'5", something. He's pretty tall, right? And he knows martial arts. Or knew. I'm kind of talking about him in the present tense, but Juan and I were talking about it a little bit, and I said he didn't know that he lived in Boulder County, Colorado, and he said, "Oh, that you'd never want to live in Boulder, Colorado. I was like, okay. And, you know, we obviously Tina Peters is in Colorado. So there's a lot of problems in Colorado, guys. If you can get out of Colorado, I would probably recommend you do that.
Okay, what do you
Who knows how long the problem's going to last there and how crazy it's going to get there. I read stuff on Colorado all the time. I'm like, geez, these guys just keep pushing the envelope on stupid. And I don't see how people continue to allow this to happen. But it is what it is now. Representative Anna Paulina Luna even, put out yesterday. We just learned, so I guess they have, more insights, being congressional representatives, of the tragic passing of David Wilcox. So I think it's pretty, at this point, we can say definitively that in one way or another, he's no longer going to be out in front of us, right? Right? See, like the way I say that? He's no longer going to be out in front of us. Whether that changes in the future remains to be seen, or whether he's really dead remains to be seen. And we'll just kind of talk a little bit about that. It says we are praying for his family and loved ones and the millions of lives he impacted. So, like I said, he was an incredible person. He had really good intuition. He, like me, he tapped into Archangel Michael, and he wrote books on that. I think I got read every one of his books. I did several of his courses. Like I said, I went to one of his events. Really outstanding guy. Watched him for years. Followed him. Great information. So definitely going to be missed in the public eye, right? So he's 53. Was a well-known figure in ufology. This is key. Ufology, because they protect that information.
Version of everything she writes. It's a stupid problem, Tanya. It's part of the reason you have to do it. Good night. That's how I remember. That's how she remembers everything, said Bob Saget. Does not agree. She thinks she used to remember things. Now they made it harder, so now she has to make a book. So if you want me to stop remembering them, quit kicking me in the head, not quit making so many books. I like your books, but you'll quit doing ridiculous books. Every single thing she thinks she has to put a book on. It's a stink. Tanya, you're gonna document Gemini. Good night. They think this stinks. Dad does. He likes it. He doesn't. Mom does. She loves it. She doesn't. Who loves it? Tanya does.
And they will kill you if you breach a certain line. They will kill you, right? They control it very aggressively. So, and he did alternative research circles. Some of the people that he worked with in the past, I worked with them as well. So, outstanding pedigree, in his research, and the people that he connected with and moved up the ladder in unidentified anomalous phenomena. Like, what? That's quite a mouthful, you knuckleheads. And advanced technologies, especially speaking to over 500,000 people who subscribe to him on YouTube. So he was very adept at keeping his YouTube channel. He alive, he needed to come out and talk more, right? And that's one of the things, obviously, I do a lot of, all right? So it is one of those things that can, or not, in his case, unfortunately, not necessarily keep you going, but it can keep you going, and so forth. So he says, we live in a loving universe. I am very grateful to you all for all your love, care, and support. So it almost sounds like he knew that maybe something was up, right? The timing has raised eyebrows among followers, especially given Wilcox's past statements pushing back against any belief that he would kill himself. So this is back in 2022, December 11th, 2022. I plan on living, not suicidal at all, just concerned about what happens when you prove God is real, right? So as we have detailed in multiple articles, the FBI under Director Kash Patel has launched a major investigation into the mysterious deaths and disappearances of at least 11 high-level U.S. scientists with access to classified information in nuclear, aerospace, propulsion. To see how they don't say anti-gravity, right? But propulsion, missile technology, and UAP-related programs. All right, so that is how we start this, all right? And now we go down the rabbit hole, right? I know you guys like going down rabbit holes, and that's kind of what we're going to do now. All right, so the word is that there was a call to a I guess crisis, maybe not crisis here, but the sheriff's office or whatever.
Today we are, so that looks like the
So somebody, David or somebody, called a crisis line and said that David Wilcock was distraught and blah, 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 right? So within about 15 to 20 minutes, the sheriffs arrived on the scene, and there was David with a gun in his hand, and then he shot and killed himself. So I don't really understand, that line. Who would do that? Definitely, that's not David. So if you're going to kill yourself, why would you go outside and the cops show up and then you kill yourself, right? So there's some problems there if that's really what was going on as far as what happened, right? So let me take you to Milton William Cooper, right? So this was someone in the distant past that was killed in a shootout with cops, right? So now, William Bill Cooper, he passed away in November 5th. So this is after September 11th, which he predicted, in 2001, right? Was an American conspiracy theorist. So of course, this is Wikipedia. So they're gonna put the bullshit in there, guys, and they're gonna make him look like they want him to look. The CIA and the people that are controlling the information about the UAPs or the UFOs or however you want to call them. So Cooper also described HIV/AIDS as a man-made disease. So they're kind of making him look like a kook, right? If you're just coming into this and you don't have any idea of how all this stuff is manipulated and controlled by the deep state and is inserted, all these different diseases. Of course, Fauci was involved in the HIV stuff. And so he basically, they say he was a militia guy. He was always pushing militia stuff. He said he was killed in 2001 by sheriff's deputies after he shot at them during an attempted arrest. So maybe they wanted David to appear to have committed suicide because we know how they do suicidal stuff, right? So I've heard some people out there talking about how David was suicidal. I don't know what these guys' backgrounds are, but there's going to be misinformation and information that's going to go out there. So you just need to be aware of that, guys. So early life and education, he was in the United States Navy, and he claims, they said, to have served in the United States Navy, United States Air Force, and Naval Intelligence. So the Naval Intelligence in the United States Navy is absolute. However, they can clean public records, but and public records only indicate a period of service in the Navy with a ratings of E5, which is basically E5 petty officer second class in the Navy, or sergeant in the rest of the military. So he did a tour of duty in Vietnam with 2 service medals at the end of the war while working at Naval Intelligence. Cooper served on a briefing team for Admiral Bernard A. Clary. He then attended a junior college in California. So he was being groomed for something. I know, because I was groomed throughout my career. And they don't just send you to these schools just because you're there, right? So he worked for several technical and vocational schools before making his conspiracy theories known. Beginning in 1988, Cooper expanded the speculations of earlier conspiracies by incorporating government involvement. So it goes on to talk about how he, during his career, had seen stuff. So it talks about he was serving aboard in 1966. He was serving aboard the USS Tiru when he and fellow Navy personnel witnessed a metal craft larger than a football field repeatedly enter and exit the water. Now, Tim Burchett I've heard him speaking, because he's really one of those good congressmen, I believe, like Luna Paulina. So I think that, or Paulina Luna, whatever her name is, she and he are probably some of the good guys in the Congress, but there's a few others, right? So Tim Burchett, he's from, I think, Tennessee. He's from Tennessee, and he's part of the UFO, discovery type stuff. So I've heard him say that he talked to, in his house, an admiral that told him, just like that, football field sized craft that traveled in and out of the water, and in the water they would go 200 miles an hour. There's nothing that we have. Submarines, maybe 40, maybe 50, I don't know. Maybe they're not revealing. Maybe they can go 100 miles an hour, but I doubt it, but maybe. But this thing's like cruising as a football field size craft moving at 200 miles an hour, right? So pretty interesting. So it goes on to talk about how he talked to John Lear. Lear was the son of Learjet founder Bill Lear, and he was identified as a pilot and flying missions for CIA, and he talked a lot about the UFO cover-up. Now, Kerry Cassidy did like 4 hours of, total of 4 hours of shows with John Lear. I just recently, I'd watched some of it before in the past, long ago, and I just watched all 4 hours of it more recently. That's available, and I'll show you. That's available on her website, and we'll look at that in a minute. But it is pretty phenomenal, all the information that he was talking about, and now it's being revealed. So same thing with Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper was revealing all kinds of crazy stuff. Cooper described the Illuminati as a secret international organization controlled by the Bilderberg Group that conspired with the Knights of Columbus, Masons, Skull and Bones, and other organizations. Its ultimate goal, he said, was the establishment of a new world order. So he's talking about this in his book, which, what was that? What was the book? I've read it before. It's in here somewhere.
She say big things, and now she just says poop-a-doop-a-doo. Except for she thinks she's saying nothing. Good night.
Where is that? The name of that book? I want to say, but I want to make sure I say it right. Anyway, I'll find it here in a minute. It's in this article. Dang it. Somebody knows it, just throw it in the chat and I'll say it. So, behold a pale horse. That's it. Thank you. Ride a pale horse? No. Close. Behold a pale horse. Truth of Mike. Thanks. All right. So it is. I remember reading that book long ago, Now, I guess he knew Juan, and that they were friends, right? And Juan has talked about him several times. And in The Called, the movie that Juan did, he goes to his gravesite, and I don't know if he left some flowers, but he talked about it on his way to Washington D.C. It's a very, very interesting gentleman. Juan obviously thought very highly of him. So he talked about a lot of different things. He had his own radio show. He was revealing stuff, and they got tired of him revealing, so they came out and shot him, in my opinion. They attempted to arrest Cooper at his Edgar, Arizona home on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and endangerment stemming from disputes with local residents. They can build this up to, make anything happen. And so anyway, they said that he shot the head of one of the arresting officers, and then they fatally shot him. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, before they had, body cams. Did they have a body cam for David? All right. Can we see that? So it'll be interesting, this stuff going forward. Now let's look at the 11 different people that have disappeared, because I think that David is within this group. Right. I think they're trying to send a message. I think some of these people may have actually legitimately been killed by this, MJ12 group or whoever's doing this. Majestic 12 people, Majestic level of way above top secret. Not even the president has access to it, which is insane, right? So the way they protect this stuff is they formed it into corporations. So corporations, some of these, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and I don't know if Boeing's involved in it, but there's, they push this stuff into development of some of these secret technologies into the corporate side, so that Tim Burchett was talking about this, so they can't have Freedom of Information Act on them. So if it's in a corporation, then the government can't go into the corporation. So that's, I believe, one of the reasons why they push these into the corporation, so they can keep this stuff secret. And then they got a group of people that, if you start to get wise to their stuff, or you get out of line working for them, they'll kill you. All right, suicide you, or something worse. I don't know what that might be, but it could be something worse. All right, directed energy weapons where you fry. Yeah, I've had a little bit of that actually. And heart attack machine, all kind of crazy stuff, that come to me from a lot of different things. But you will, see that all these people are disappearing, like David Wilcock, and they're trying to, force a situation so that you'll not go in that direction. So they continue to control this information. So if you were to look into this, like a David Wilcock, or some of these other scientists or whatever, and you had information that they wanted to control, and they could control you, one part of their team, one part of the Illuminati, or Luciferian cult or whatever, they're going to do away with you. Now, I think the White Hats, and Carrie Cassidy actually said that she believes that David is alive, and she was taken into a program. I know that there's a lot of people who have gone into those programs, protective programs. So is he in one of those programs? I don't know. But I kind of feel that he is, right? So we'll talk more about that. But for right now, we're going to have Mel come on and talk about staying alive, right?
How you doing, brother?
What, brother? How you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good, man. You're strong.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm watching you backstage, and I'm saying, oh my God, a lot of people are saying red flags. I'm on the phone with the police department, the sheriff's department today. I'm hunting them down like a wildebeest.
Good man.
Okay. And they are pissed off that I'm even asking tough questions, and I don't give a shit. I recorded them, and I'm turning it into a podcast. Fuck you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how I feel. And there's more coming. I'm not done with it. I told them I'm an independent journalist. I'm a podcaster. I'm a filmmaker. I'm this, I'm that, whatever. and I am, and I want to know. I says, you said he killed himself. You don't say how. Did he kill himself with a machete, a knife, a gun? What caliber gun? Is it a 22? Is it a 9mm? Is it 38? Is it a 380? Is it a 357 Magnum? What is it?
Yeah.
Do you have any footage? Because you guys get called in a 911. You guys got to have some footage.
That's
By law, you have to have the cameras rolling when you pull up to the crime, the scene of the crime.
Yep.
I want to see the video of him committing suicide. Where's the video? Where's the body? Where's the morgue that has his body? Where's a lot of things, right?
Good job,
and they can't answer the questions, and they're like, well, somebody else picked up the phone. Well, I'm talking for so and so, and I don't have to answer to you. And I got it all on tape.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
know?
Colorado's they're pretty out there, so it's not a good place to live. And if you're going to get caught up in something like this, that's going to suck.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. But this thing stinks to high heaven because this guy had an exotic company that produces exotic technology that messes with the petrol industry. And the day after, supposedly or allegedly, that he's gone, the website gets shut down. I know there are people that work for that company. Those people need to come forward, whoever those people are. You understand? There's just too many anomalies that don't make any sense.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
You're hot on it too. Good.
Yeah,
Man.
absolutely. I'm hot on their trail, as they say.
Very good.
So
So,
anyway, brother, thank you for
I was just-
inviting me. Don't you dare scroll!
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go.
I'm getting your videos ready.
Oh, cool. Let's do that.
Get my money's worth.
Which one would you like to look at first?
It's up to you, man. It's a movie about the straw man.
I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Let's get some power. It's high energy.
Stop! Don't you dare scroll! What if I told you you're already worth hundreds of millions of dollars and they're hiding it from you for your entire life? Not a theory, not a guess, actual proof. Everything you think you know about money is a lie. Everything you were taught in school was designed to keep you blind, stupid, and programmed. Every time you signed your name, every contract, every form, every loan, you weren't just agreeing, you were funding a system that's been profiting off you. They created a twin of you, a legal version, an all caps identity. That's traded like a financial instrument, a bond, generating interest on top of interest on your life. Your energy, your work, your existence turned into profit, but not for you. Your government knows. Big Pharma knows. The hospitals know. The system is broken. It's working exactly how it was designed, just not in your favor. Garish? This film was made at a 3rd and 4th grade level. Not because you're dumb, but because we've all been dumbed down, stripped of truth, buried under complexity. That ends now. Dear Mr. President, show me the money. A film that exposes in precise, undeniable detail what they prayed you'd never question. If it pisses you off, good. It means you're waking up. If it makes you uncomfortable, that's the truth knocking. This movie was intended to hit you hard. If you feel like you have to tell everyone you know, then it did exactly what it was engineered to do. Because if enough people see it, understand it, and move on it, there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of
Got a big chair. All I did is make a stupid set, Tanya.
Your audio went out for some reason.
You got killed.
On my side, anyway.
That's what happened to this. Didn't like my set either. It's a sad problem, Tanya. Didn't like your set. Debilitary thinks it is.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yep.
There you go.
I had it on mute. Sorry.
No worries. You're good. I got a crazy dog over there. You're going to wait, buddy. Okay? You're going to take a number and wait in line like everybody else. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, you like the trailer, right? Isn't that awesome? I mean, look, again, investigative journalism. We are uncovering the truth, and no one can deny that that's exactly what it is, that they've been trading our marriage license, our birth certificate, our hunting license, our speeding tickets, our parking tickets, everything we sign for. Your car, you think you own a car, you think you own a Lamborghini, but yet you have a registration. Well, guess what? If you don't pay that registration, the state can come pick up your Lamborghini because it belongs to the state. It doesn't belong to you, you foolish people out there. Okay? And your driver's license is traded. Everything you do in life, there's so many things. Bonds. You ever hear my name is my bond? My name is a bond. The terminology, my name is a bond. Okay, in other words, you could take it to the bank that I will pay you. Well, they brainwashed us to say that. Well, your social security number is your bond number. And they've been trading you like cattle, the twin, the guy that doesn't exist, which is part of a corporation, corpse, meaning a dead entity. All right. And everybody's worth a minimum 200 million, 300 million. A lot of you are worth 500 million, 800 million. Some of you are worth billions of dollars. David Strait saw accounts upwards of $35 billion. It's in the movie. We show the proof. When I say capisce, that means, do you understand in Italian?
Yes, I capisce. So it's going to be very interesting when this video comes out and the response from it. Now, you did that show there at the Cape Canaveral area, and how did that go?
Oh my God, that was freaking! We just literally captured lightning in a bottle. It was energetic. It was a spiritual movement. It was a spiritual enlightenment, whatever you want to call it. People just didn't want to leave. Juanito was on stage till 11:30 at night. Did you ever hear of Juanito going to an event, staying on stage? If he would have stayed till 2 o'clock in the morning, the last 60 people would have left when he get done speaking. I had to literally drag him off stage, say, "I got some pizza backstage for you," and it was so funny.
You had some good. You get some good pizza too. A good place.
Oh yeah, he's hysterical. He really loved our crowd. He loved the location. He loved staying alive. He wants to talk to me now. I don't know what he wants to talk to me about, but I think he might want to do I don't know, just a hunch. I think he might want to do another event down in Cape Canaveral, and he might be on stage with a guy you might remember. I think you're old enough to remember a guy with